So we are here today with our final elimination rebuild from the bubble of teams that didn't make the playoffs. So this is going to be the team that almost made it, but they lost in the play-in game to the Trailblazers. We are going to be rebuilding the Memphis Grizzlies today. So today is a big day. You guys are going to be getting this rebuild here, but later tonight around 8 o'clock, it is going to be the draft lottery, and I'm going to be live streaming the lottery on the channel, so make sure you check that out. Hopefully my Knicks get some luck this year. We have the 6th projected pick. I believe they could fall as low to 8 or 9, but they can also go up to 1. I'm going to be live streaming my reactions here on the channel around 8 o'clock. But yeah, the Grizzlies were on pace to make the playoffs. Obviously, the bubble starting, they added the play-in, which maybe the NBA wanted to see Lillard or Zion make the playoffs. I don't know. That is just obviously some speculation. But it really hurt when Jaren Jackson Jr. got hurt, and Ja was playing some games with a fractured, I believe, finger or hand. And we're going to be rebuilding the Grizzlies, who are going to be back next year. They have a great young core. They have a good young head coach, and they're going to be going places because they're obviously led by Moran, the 2nd overall pick in the 2019 draft. He's the star of the video. He'll be in the thumbnail. He's our guy. We also have Tyus Jones as a backup point guard who does have 2 years left on his contract, who isn't a bad backup whatsoever, so we'll probably roll with him there. We do have a couple shooting guards now. Dylan Brooks really broke out this year in 2020. He'll probably start next year next to Ja. We have D'Anthony Melton. I would like to bring him back here in the 2020 offseason. Grayson Allen, I would like to find him some playing time in 2021. Small forwards, it's a little iffy because Justice Winslow is a solid player, and he's still only 24 years old, but he can't stay healthy. He'll have a team option next year, and if he can't perform this year, he might not be back. Kyle Anderson, 2 years left. Not really a great player. He's okay, but nothing spectacular. Probably not worth around 10 mil. We'll see if we can maybe move on from him. And then Josh Jackson kind of revived his career a little bit. Not revived, but showed that he could still probably deserve NBA rotational minutes. Maybe on a bad team this year in Memphis. And I'm going to try to bring him back, but for some reason, 2K might demand like 20 mil in free agency for some dumb reason. Power forward, we are set completely. We have Jaren Jackson Jr., and he's going to be here throughout the whole video. He's our 2nd guy next to Ja. And Brandon Clark, who I love, you guys know that, out of the 2019 draft class, he's probably going to be our 6th man throughout this video. I could maybe roll with these guys in the front court and move Clark to the 3, but I think I like Clark at the 4, and he'll be our 6th man throughout the video. And then for center, we have Jonas Valanciunas, who is 28 years old, and I don't think he's like a championship caliber center, but he's definitely a stopgap guy or a bridge center to our next guy that we could develop to be maybe our championship center or trade for or sign for. He's just our guy right now, but he might not be long term. So I'm going to give Taylor Jenkins a 3-year extension. Welcome back. He definitely deserves it. We're going to fire Danny Brown, but pick up a trainer just with better potential so we can get more training camps. Let's pick up David Clark. Why not? And then I'm going to fire Henry Gregory, who really didn't have all that good ratings as a assistant GM, and we could pick up Michael Williams. So unfortunately, the Celtics will most likely be getting the Grizzlies pick at 14 this year because of a Jeff Green 3-team trade that happened a couple years ago, and the pick kind of conveyed each year, and now it is top 5 protected here in 2020, but it's looking like that the Grizzlies will end up with the 14th pick. So yeah, we don't have our first round pick in this draft, which kind of sucks. I could try to maybe move up into the first or the early seconds, but who could I move? I don't really want to move Tyus Jones. Kyle Anderson, would a team really want to do that? I mean, Winslow could probably get me a late first, but do I want to do that? I don't know. I think we could maybe move Kyle Anderson and pick 17 for maybe a late second or mid second. Maybe the Timberwolves would give me, I don't know if they would give me 33, but I think a team like the Kings would end up giving me 37 for Kyle Anderson. They have some cap space. He's got 2 years left, and he could be kind of a backup 3, or maybe they can stretch him out to the 4. So we're going to make this trade, and we're going to have the 37th pick here in the 2020 draft, and let's see who we take. All right, so I took Robert Woodyard II out of Mississippi State. He's kind of a wing player with definitely defensive potential in the NBA and some kind of scoring from not maybe the greatest shooting player, but definitely some scoring from the wing. And we're going to develop him, probably send him to the G League in year 1. We're not going to bring back Marko Guduric. We will go on here to free agency. And I thought really, before I say that, we will give the qualifying offer to D'Anthony Melton. I thought an interesting signing for Memphis would have been Evan Fournier because he could maybe be an unrestricted free agent in 2020. They will have a little bit of cap space, and he seems like a perfect target for them, kind of like how Mike Conley was for Utah. Now, not saying that was a great decision, just saying it kind of made sense. But I don't think I'm going to be going that route now. Josh Jackson wants about 7 mil. Since we moved Kyle Anderson, I wouldn't mind giving him a 1-year deal. Now, is Evan Fournier actually here? He is not, it looks like. So, I mean, Fred VanVleet would be definitely pretty interesting to go after. Even Jordan Clarkson or Bogey. Like, Bogey would be nice, but I'm going to be going with 1, 2, 3, 4, Melton at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Okay, 9. So I wouldn't mind bringing back Josh Jackson on a 1-year deal. But I do want to see how much D'Anthony Melton is going to be asking for. Let's check it out. He's asking for about 6 mil. You know what? I will give him that. So let's see. Do we get Melton and we get Josh Jackson back? And, oh, wait. Melton's going to come back. Wait, on a 1-year deal? Or we're going to be... No, I think we got him back on what I want him to be. So, yeah, we are set for next year. We're going to kind of run the team back and see if we can make the playoffs. So I'm going to be setting Brandon Clark to untapped potential. And I think I'm also going to be doing the same with... Do I want to do Melton? We'll do Melton. See if he can... turn out for us. So I'm going to send Robert Woodyard to the Memphis Hustle this year. All right, guys, so here's the rotation. It's going to be Ja, Brooks, Winslow, Jackson Jr., and Valanciunas. 4 out of the 5 members of the starting lineup. First names start with the letter J. That's pretty funny. But yeah, I don't think Winslow will be back in 2021. That is just my prediction. And then our bench is going to be Brandon Clark, Anthony Melton, Tyus Jones, Josh Jackson. And that's going to be it, I think. I mean, I would like to give Grayson Allen minutes. But you know what? How many years does he have left? He should have 2 more, right? 1 more. I mean, like, I could send him to the G League. Maybe I should give him minutes over Josh Jackson. Yeah, because am I really going to bring back Josh Jackson after this year? Probably not. So, you know what? I'm going to actually make the change. We will give Grayson Allen 15 minutes. Yeah, let's do that. Now, our system proficiency balance under Taylor Jenkins is a 3.5 star. We will stick with that for the 2021 season. And our preseason power ranking, according to NBA.com, is going to be 19. Let's see how we do. And hopefully this Grizzlies team is a playoffs team in 2021. And there we go. We are probably a playoff team here in 2021 as we went 47-35. Giannis wins MVP. James Wiseman in New York is your Rookie of the Year. Wow, I bet you they traded Mitchell Robinson. LaMelo, 6th Man of the Year in San Antonio. Okay. Kawhi, Defensive Player of the Year. Ben Simmons, Most Improved. And Frank Vogel, Coach of the Year. So you guys know in my player prediction video how I said we could see an upset in the bubble just because it's a different atmosphere, no home crowds. Well, yeah. As I'm recording this, the Mavericks are tied 1-1 with the Clippers. The Trailblazers are up 1-0 over the Lakers. And the Magic are up 1-0 over the Bucks. It's kind of crazy. We're taking on the Golden State Warriors in round 1 here. Did they add anybody new specifically? No one crazy. Here are the player stats. Moran, absolute stud. 25 points, 3.5 rebounds, over 6.5 assists. Only 2 turnovers, 55 from the field, 43 from downtown, 81 from the line. Valanciunas, 18 and 11. I mean, he's going to be an expiring contract, but I think we could trade him. We definitely could, but do we want to? Because he was fantastic for us this year. Triple J, 17 points, 5.8 rebounds, 37 from 3. Also 2.3 blocks tonight. That's insane. Brandon Clark, 14.5 points, 7 rebounds, 55, 43, 84. Oh my God, I love Brandon Clark. I love me some Brandon Clark. Dylan Brooks, about 12 points, 3.5 rebounds, 34 from downtown. Okay. Justice Winslow, 8.5, 5, 3 assists. Not terrible. 1 steal, but I don't think I'm going to be picking up his team option. Melton, about 8.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. I'll take that. Would like for those to be up next year, though. And then there's Grayson Allen, who wasn't that bad. And Tyus Jones, I mean, another expiring that we could look to move as well. So round 1 here against the Warriors. Can we win our first playoff series of the video and pull off the upset? And we win in 6. All right, let's go. I had some faith in the team. We ended up winning by 3 in game 1. Jaren Jackson Jr. put up 26, and that's about it. Ja had 23 and 7. Game 2, we ended up getting blown out. Okay, don't really want to look. Oh, my God, Curry. 51-point triple-double. Game 3, we ended up winning by 8. Ja had himself a very solid game. Okay. Tyus Jones, 10 assists off the bench. Game 4, we ended up winning by 17. Ja, 43 and 7. 7 made 3-pointers. Okay. Game 5, ended up losing by 8. Curry went off. Ja, Jonas, and Triple J all did well. So did Brandon Clark. And then game 6, we ended up winning by 18 points. And Curry dropped 41 in an L. Jaren Jackson Jr., 23 and 9 and 5 blocks. And we win in 6. But now we got to take on the Lakers, who have Cook and THT. Not the greatest backcourt in the world, I would say. But they have maybe the greatest front court currently in the world in LeBron and AD. Ennis Kanter, Kuzma, KCP, Caruso, Bradley, and Danny Green. Can we advance to the Western Conference Finals? No, we can't whatsoever as we get swept by the Lakers. Here are the playoff stats. Jonas Valanciunas has definitely proved his value in the NBA. I mean, he does have 1 year left on his contract. We could explore trade options. There's Triple J, Clark, and obviously Ja was really freaking good. The Lakers end up winning the 2021 NBA Finals. AD is your Finals MVP. They beat the Nets in 7. LeBron, AD versus KD and Kyrie. That would just be amazing to watch. And we will have our first round pick this year. I don't think we'll have the Jazz first. That might be next year, so we're not going to have anything here in the lottery whatsoever. So let's see where we're going to be picking. It is going to be, all right, 2K messed this up, and it has Boston having our pick at 20. Yeah, I'm going to trade override that, and we are going to have the 20th pick in the draft, which isn't bad at all. All right, so I think think I'm going to fire Nick Van Eck. I mean, no, we were good this year. I'm not going to fire Nick Van Eck, so we'll hire Jordan Moran as our chief financial officer, though. I'm going to try to pull off a big trade. You know that Buddy Hield hasn't been the most happiest player in Sacramento, so could we maybe do Dylan Brooks, pick 20, and 2 second-round picks for Buddy Hield? They agree to that. Okay, so that is going to be maybe our big, not blockbuster trade, but pretty big, wow, I can't even speak, trade of the video. We just acquired Buddy Hield to be next to Moran. He's 28, but I do like him more than Dylan Brooks. And I think we're going to keep Jonas and Tyus Jones for next year. So we had no draft picks, so let's move on to team player options, where we're going to pick up the options on Triple J, Brandon Clark, Grayson, and Robert Woodyard. We are not going to be bringing back Justice Winslow, though. We will offer DeAnthony Melton the qualifying offer once again, but not to Josh Jackson. And we do have a max slot available, but I mean, would Kawhi come to Memphis? That's the thing. Like, we could use a starting small forward, definitely, but would Kawhi come to Memphis? No. So, do we have any free agents of our own? So, Winslow, Zhang, and Josh Jackson. No one too major. If we look at the small forwards, I mean, Isaac would be nice. I would like me some... I mean, there's some good small forwards here to sign. Michael Porter Jr., Kelly Oubre Jr., Gordon Hayward. I like Jonathan Isaac, though. He was unrestricted, and we could use his defense, because we definitely are going to get a lot of offense out of Jonas, Ja, Buddy, and Triple J. So I think getting Jonathan Isaac would be kind of huge. So, wow, we actually have so much cap space. Yeah, I'm going to offer Jonathan Isaac a 4-year deal. I will mess with his tendencies, but I would love to pick him up. And then I'm also going to be signing Jakob Poeltl to a 2-year deal to be our backup center. So we sign Isaac and we sign Poeltl. So you know what? I'm not going to be bringing back DeAnthony Melton, actually. Even though I do really like his game in real life, we're kind of moving in a different direction, it seems. So here's the team. We have Triple J as our 1 and 2. Valanciunas is looking for a contract extension in 2022's offseason. Isaac at the 3. I'm liking this a lot. Clark as a 6-man. Hield, our new kind of... our new shooting guard, our new sharpshooter that we acquired in that trade with Sacramento. Poeltl, backup center, Tyus Jones. I don't know if I'm going to play Grayson Allen. I might give Woodyard more of a shot. So we will have 2 training camps, though. I do want to send Brandon Clark, I think, to untapped potential. And then I am going to send, I think, Jonathan Isaac to perimeter shooting. All right, so we're keeping the streak going of 4 out of the 5 players in the starting lineups. First name starting with the letter J, as we added Isaac into the small forward spot, replacing Winslow, and Hield is going to be replacing Dylan Brooks, and the bench is going to be Brandon Clark, Tyus Jones, Jakob Poeltl, and Robert Woodyard. We're going to give him the 9th man spot, or 9th man minutes, over Grayson Allen. We are at 3.5 star balance still. Okay, I think this is still another playoff team this year, and our preseason power ranking, according to NBA.com, is 16, but I think we're going to win more than 47 games this year, and let's hope maybe we're a top 3 seed in the West. Holy crap, there we go. We ended the season with a 60-22 record. Teammate chemistry percentage is at 71, which is really good. Luka MVP, Evan Mobley Rookie of the Year for Charlotte. Gotta do their rebuild soon. I haven't rebuilt Charlotte in a minute, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Shout out to Apple Fanboy. Gotta do the 82-0 challenge, maybe. Dennis Schroeder, 6th man of the year, AD Defensive Player of the Year, Ja Most Improved, and Rick Carlisle, Coach of the Year. So Ja gets Most Improved. All right. And we are the 2 seed in the Western Conference. Thank God we're on the other side of Dallas. So we're taking on the Rockets in round 1, who have Russ and Harden, Daniel House, Robert Covington, Kai Soto, okay, Frank, Nicole Melli, Chris Clemens, Eric Gordon, Jalen McHugh, and Zaire Williams. Ja averaged 28 points and 10 assists, 4 rebounds over a steal game, 52, 42, 85 splits. He's a top 10 player in the league right now. Buddy Hield, 18 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds as well, and 44 from downtown. He was phenomenal for us. Thank you, Buddy, for that. Triple J, just under 16 points, 5 rebounds, 38 from 3, 49 from the field. So all his kind of per game numbers went down, but his efficiency went up. So I'll actually take that. Jonas, 14.5 points, 10 rebounds, 54 from the field, 33 from 3. All right, Jonas. Jonathan Isaac, though, with with fixed tendencies, solid numbers. 14 points, 6.5 rebounds, over a steal a game, over a block a game, and 33 from downtown. There's Brandon Clark, who averaged 13.5 and 7 on amazing efficiency. And then there's Robert Woodyard, who was actually pretty solid. Jakob Poeltl and Tyus Jones, who I gave a 1-year extension to. So can we beat Houston and move on to round 2? We lost game 1, but we end up winning in 6, like we beat the Warriors in 6 last year in round 1. In those 6 games, Ja is averaging 26.7 and 9.3 assists. I wish you could see the playoff numbers for each specific playoff year. I think that would be pretty cool. I hope they had that in 2K21. Isaac, though, had himself a phenomenal round 1. All right, Buddy Hield was still very good. So was Jaren Jackson Jr. All right, so now we're taking on the Portland Trailblazers. You got Dame, Devontae Graham, Jalen Johnson, Parker Nurkic, Mitchell Robinson, Noel. So Did they trade CJ? I guess they traded him to the Knicks. I'm not sure who was for. Maybe Jalen Johnson. I don't know, but yeah. He was traded to the Knicks. So let's see. Can we beat Portland and go on to the conference finals? We end up winning game 1 by 20 points. John Clark were amazing. Okay. That gives me confidence how that game 1 went. Game 2. Okay. This is amazing. We won by 5. Denver, if you want to beat Dallas for me, that would be great. And okay, it's 2-1. We don't even need to go over that L. And it's 2-2. Just like that. Our 2-0. Oh, we're down 3-2. I have a feeling we're going to go to game 7. No! We lose 4 in a row. We just pulled the Milwaukee Bucks from 2019. That is embarrassing. And the Mavericks win it all. No surprise there. So I don't know if I have Utah's pick here. I did see our name pop up. And yeah, we're at 7. I don't know if it's lottery protected or not. Let's see. So it ends up... No, we have the 8th pick in the draft. That's kind of huge. Now, I still wish we had Valanciunas under contract because I would make a big trade there. I'm going to hire a new assistant coach, though. We'll hire Melvin Hunt, and we get a new head scout. Why not? Let's hire Mason Miller. All right, I'm going to make a trade possibly with the Cleveland Cavaliers. We might make another big trade in this video. We traded for Buddy Hield last offseason. Can we make a trade for Andre Drummond this offseason? I don't know. I would be throwing in Jakob Poeltl, and I would also throw in, I mean, if they'll do 29 and 2 second-round picks, and if I can keep 8, I would love that, but let's see if they even... I don't even know if they'll do that. They do not. Okay. I think I would do Jakob Poeltl and pick 8 for Andre Drummond. They might not even accept this. Let's see if they do. And they do. Okay, so we add Andre Drummond, who averaged 16 and 15 last year. I think it's a slight upgrade over Jonas Valanciunas, but any upgrade is huge when you're trying to get from the Western Conference semis to the NBA Finals. So we did sign Efton Reed with the 29th pick, Norm Craig with the 48th pick, and Bob Nicholson with the 59th pick. We will obviously be picking up the team options on our 2019 rookies in Ja and Brandon Clark. So qualifying offers, we will offer Robert Woodyard and Grayson Allen the qualifying offer, and Jaren Jackson Jr., who we're obviously going to want to re-sign. So Triple J is about to take a deal from the Kings. Hey, Kings, maybe you should have just drafted him back in 2018. So we're obviously going to match out. We will also re-announce the rights on Jonas Valanciunas. Robert Woodyard comes back on the $2.09 million qualifying offer, and Grayson Allen comes back on that as well. All right, so I'm going to look to trade Grayson Allen to the Washington Wizards for Cody Zeller, who could be our backup center next year, since we did trade Jakob Poeltl on the offseason and we didn't bring back Jonas Valanciunas. So here's the rotation. This is probably going to be, I think, a championship team. I'm predicting that. So it's going to be Ja, Buddy, Isaac, Jackson Jr., and Drummond, with a bench of Brandon Clark, Tyus Jones, Cody Zeller, and Robert Woodyard. So system proficiency is 3.5 stars. We're going to stick with that, even though 7 seconds is 4 stars, and our preseason power ranking is 4, according to NBA.com. Let's hope that we can win the Western Conference and hopefully the NBA Finals this year. So we're even better here at the end of 2023 as we go 66-16. Ja Moran is your 2023 MVP. That's when you know this is going to be a good season, and Taylor Jenkins is your coach of the year. But we have to face Dallas in round 1. Oh, come on. I'm scared now. So Ja was amazing. We know that. Triple J averaged 18 points, almost 5 rebounds, 47 from 3. Amazing stuff there. Buddy Hield, 17.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 39 from 3. Clark, 15.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 42 from 3. Drummond, 13.5, 12.5, over a block and steal a night. There's Isaac averaging 12 points, 12.5, 6 rebounds, and the efficiency was bad again. Damn it. And then there's Woodyard, Zeller, and Tyus Jones. Please tell me they're not going to beat me in round 1. I'll actually just, log off now. Okay. We went in 6. Let's go. Now we're taking on Denver, who have Murray, Ennis, Bol at the 3? At the small forward position? With Nurkic? What? Don't pull some tomfoolery on me. Are you kidding? You're gotta be... What? Whatever cheat code that was, I don't even want to know. I'll see you guys later tonight at the draft lottery. What the